Hey guys, welcome back to the licks you should know. If this is your first time here, welcome. In this series we're looking at a lick, learning how to play it and then try to find creative ways to use it in a different context. This week's licks is all about AC/DC and the brilliant song Highway to Hell. The song was released in July of 1979 and was the first song of the Highway to Hell album. Angus used his 1970s Walnut Gibson SG to record the song. Any humbucking guitar should work for this solo, but you can definitely experiment with different guitars. Although AC/DC have a hard rock sound, their music goes back to the blues. But let's jump straight into it. Alright, so let me show you the lick and let me break it down for you, and let's try to find how you can play it and how you can actually use it. So for this solo we're gonna use the A minor pentatonic scale, and we're gonna use this box for that solo. You can find this as the open A minor pentatonic box as well. But we're gonna use the octave of that, and essentially the lick goes something like that. It's quite simple, but it's really powerful, and keep in mind that the AC/DC had a lot of blues influences, so this is essentially working backwards. So we're taking a hard rock lick that it was translated from the blues, and then we're going back to the blues. So let's try to play it, and essentially instead of playing that 15th fret on the E string, which is going to be a part of the pentatonic scale, we're going to go one fret backwards, and we're going to bend the fret so we can reach that note we're after, which is going to be the G note. Right, so I'm gonna bend half step to reach that note. Instead of playing that, it's more organic and sounds better if you do. Right, it has that tension. Then I'm gonna go to the 12th fret on the E, and then I'm gonna play the 13th fret on the B, and then 14th fret on the G, which is gonna be our root note. A really important detail that I will ask you to do and pay attention to that is that the 13th fret on the B string, which is going to be the third note of that scale, essentially what we want to do, it's if you play the C, which is the 13th fret, it's going to be the minor third, and he's almost bending the minor third to a major third to create a tension. So it's not that, it's more of a... Right, can you hear the difference? Essentially he's bending that note to not necessarily match the 14th fret, but just somewhere in the middle. Right, so the lick really slow goes something like... Right, there's a flow in between the notes, and every note is a legato, which means that every note is going to play after the other, so we don't have any gaps in between. So that's going to be the first part of the lick, and almost like a mini lick, and then the other second part of the lick, it goes something like that. We're kind of using the same notes. Again, we're doing kind of the same thing as with the major and the minor third. Essentially, we're double stopping, so our index finger on the 12th fret on the E, and then second finger on the 13th fret on the B. And we're only bending half step the B note, so I'm keeping the high E note as stable as possible. I'm not bending that. Right, to create tension. And then I'm finishing off on the root note with a big vibrato. Alright, now let's play this lick in a different context. I've made a simple atmospheric loop for you that you can jam on it at the end of this video. By the way, you can find the tab in the link in the description. Now let me show you different ways I might use this lick. I will play around with the pentatonic scale as well, but I'm trying to incorporate the lick into my solos and my improvisation. So let me play the backing track for you and then show you a few different ideas and show you a few different scenarios that you can use this lick on. can do things outside of the box. So instead of bending that 14th fret, I can bend the 15th fret and kind of use the same lick but approach it in a different way. Or I can even full bend the 13th fret instead of half bending. Anyway, you get the idea. I hope it's really creative for you. I find that these kind of licks are really creative and they can be done or used in so many different scenarios, and this is one of them. You can obviously experiment. I would say not even experiment with the lick, but maybe experiment with the sounds and the tones you can get. So maybe use a Strat or something totally different than a humbucking guitar. That was the lick for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you get something out of it. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Also make sure to download the free roadmap for intermediate guitarist from the link in the description. Thank you for watching and I will see you on the next one.